welcome back to my channel. We are doing episode 3 of Mindset and just follow up on the steps that I went over last time. Just defining your own definition of what success is and then placing goals with that and then finding inspiration and motivation through your day to fuel those goals and to get into that mindset. The second part of those steps is just to have daily affirmations and to create a routine. Honestly, I think, like I said last time, most successful people have a routine, and it just helps kind of keep everything consistent, and it kind of helps you get into those habits that I was talking about. So for me, what I like to do is I like to wake up in the morning, and the first thing I think about is whatever my goal is, I try to tell myself one thing positive that I can either accomplish today, or just one thing that's super quick and easy, just like I love myself and I'm worth it. Simple as that. That's a good enough affirmation to just wake up and have and say to yourself. And trust me, your day will be a lot better if you wake up like that rather than just like hating on yourself. Reflecting to yourself and kind of just figuring out what kind of things you can say to yourself to kind of motivate you. And by telling yourself and repeating like to yourself, I know like people might think it's weird that you're like talking to yourself or whatever, but I think repeating things to yourself and telling yourself like, I am going to do this, I am going to do this, and I will be successful with this, is just kind of like setting it in, and then you're gonna want to accomplish it a lot more. I actually had this guy come up to me at the gym. He was like 50s, and he was just like complimenting like my strength and squats or whatever, and he was just like, you got to keep this up, like you're really strong, you're amazing, whatever. And I'm like, you know, when people kind of like go out of their way to kind of like say those types of things to me, like they literally, like it just like changes my whole day. Like I'm pretty sure that day I was having like a pretty shitty day, and like I wasn't feeling my lifts, whatever, and like his perspective was like, that girl's killing it, I'm gonna go tell her that she's killing it, and like that like just literally brightened my day. And he, you know, and this happened a couple of times where I'm like in a total shit mindset and mood, and I'm having like a terrible lift, and then people come up out of nowhere and they're like, oh my god, you're amazing, or oh my god, this or that. And I'm like, okay, take a step back, Michelle, like appreciate yourself, like maybe you're not feeling it, but like everyone else is like seeing it, whatever, and you need to start seeing it. So yeah, like he kind of just opened my eyes a little bit, and he was just like, you know, when I was in my 20s, I told myself every single day, I would tell myself like daily affirmations, and like he would just be like, I'm going to own a business, I'm going to be the most successful, and blah blah blah. And then he ended up telling himself that like throughout the day for years, and he finally owned his own business, and he did everything that he told in himself every single day. And he was able to accomplish that because he set that message out into the universe, and he believed in himself, and he worked towards it every single day, and he was able to accomplish it. And I think that it's super important to kind of set yourself up for that too, and to first figure out what your definition of success is, like I talked about, and then figure out the little mini goals to get to that success, and the inspiration and motivation to drive it. And then by, you know, waking up and telling yourself and setting daily affirmations for yourself and reminding yourself every single day like what you want and voicing it and putting that out in the universe, you're going to be a lot more successful than hiding behind it and not voicing it or not telling yourself it, and you're kind of just like floating and not getting anywhere. So I think that daily affirmations are super important. How you go about doing them is on you, like what you're going to say to yourself, what your goals are, that's all for you to figure out. But I think having that step is really important to be successful when you're trying to accomplish a goal. So yeah, so that's my next step, is setting daily affirmations for yourself. And then the routine. I think having a routine is super important. So I don't get sick of my routine. I'm a little bit more lenient during my like off season, or when I'm just like not leaning out, I'm kind of just trying to gain, and like I'm just kind of chilling. My routine is way like less, where here I'm not like, you know, I wake up at like 8 o'clock and then by 9 I'm like, it's not like that extreme. It's just that like I have kind of like, not like a checklist, but kind of like, you know, I'll wake up, have my coffee, like I say, my first meal, and then I'll go train, and then I'll have my post meal, and then, you know, I'll kind of like set up things for me to kind of keep busy. Plus having a 3-year-old, you know, I got to entertain her. So it actually like really helps me stay on track when, you know, kind of set up a routine with her and getting her activities done as well. It's like my first year doing a YouTube channel, so I feel like this is going to be a part of my routine this year, and it's going to help me kind of, you know, stick to it and stay motivated. So, because I'm trying to help you guys out, trying to give you guys a little bit of light of how I do it and how I set up things. And honestly, you know, I've seen a lot of people talking about how like their transformations and stuff, and how it's not their transformations they're not most proud about are physical, it's more mental. And that's why I'm talking about this first. I'm not just going into like what I eat and how I work out. I want to talk about your mindset first, because a lot of people skip over that step, and then they end up doing the health and the weight training or whatever, and then like they get sick of it and they backtrack and then they just give up. So like in most cases, I'm not saying everyone does, but I just think it's super important to focus on your mindset first. That's why I'm doing this series first, so that you can kind of set yourself up and take time to kind of just focus in and get it all squared away. And then we can go into health, because I think honestly diet is really overlooked. I think people just think working out is enough, and it's not. It's honestly your diet. I think I see the most changes when I start focusing on my diet, and that's why I have it as my second part, because I think getting control of that is really important as well, like just as important as your mindset. But I do think mindset's a little bit more. So yes, obviously my body has transformed in the last couple of years, but I'm 100% most proud about my mental status and being able to like see my body, appreciate my body, and love my body, and now being able to share it with you guys. I think it's super important to take some time. I like to do it on Sundays, just put aside time to create my schedule and what I kind of want it to look like for the week, and then that Monday just go and start and execute it, and just use your time wisely. And you know, I think if you have your goal set up in place and what you're trying to accomplish, and you have that mindset going, then I think it should be able to easily carry on to like setting up a routine around it. Also, I think the last part that I was going to go over is just don't look at your goal as like a distance goal. Instead, live out your dreams and your goals every single day, even just the tiniest bit. Just try to stay consistent, and yeah, each day just adds up, and it gets easier once you just start and commit to that. Again, I wouldn't put so much stress on everything being 100% perfect or 100% timed. I kind of just think do whatever works for you, and you know what kind of routine you can stick to. So just try to apply a healthy, good routine to your life. So that's pretty much the steps that I take to have a successful mindset when I go into my cutting stage. Yeah, and you can apply this to any type of goal or dream that you have. You just got to take some time to reflect and kind of piece it all together, and then boom, put it into your life and start living by it. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this third episode of Mindset, and I will catch you guys next time. And I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week and a nice weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Love ya.